John Thornett here again from Peak Strategies. Let me talk to you today about a recent learning experience that I've had. Now, we're business owners. Now, there's a lot of things going on in our life, isn't there? In our personal lives, we have our own families, wives, husbands, kids, parents. We have a lot of stuff going on in our personal lives. And then we've got business. And business can be, it can be quite overwhelming, to be honest. We have a lot of stuff that goes on. Finance stuff, customers, clients in my situation, we have staff, there's a lot of things go on. Now, a recent learning experience that I've had here is you get wrapped up in all this busyness, don't we? We get consumed by it all, and it can consume our day. And what's the important thing, what I learned from this is there are some activities that we get energy from, okay? Like for me, for example, I get a big kick out of talking to people. I get a huge amount of energy from doing things like that, okay? But there are so many activities we got which we liven us up and give us energy. There's also those activities that drain us as well. The more busy we are, the more things we have that is draining energy away from us, okay? And that's when, as business owners, we need to stop and think about how effective we are, okay? And it's really important to look at the different things you do in a day and you're thinking, look, it might be important, or is it not that important? Should I really be doing this? Or should I be delegating that to someone else who can do it better than me? Is it really necessary that I do this stuff? And it's actually quite an important phase to go through. And so for me, my learning experience that I've had recently is that, okay, there's some things I need to push away that are just, is not effective for me to do it, that I need to give it to someone else who's going to do it 1,000 times better than me. Okay? Now, why am I talking to you about this? Well, as pharmacy owners, you need to be aware of this as well. Now, one of the classic things that pharmacy owners are doing that they shouldn't be doing is their own bookkeeping. And that's a classic example of something that should just be outsourced. And why? Because there are people like us, that's what we do. We specialize in it, we are very, very good at it. And you can do it, and if you want to do it at 10 o'clock at night, look, that's fine. But it's not necessarily something that you should be doing. And if you take all that time away that you're devoting to bookkeeping and paying bills and doing stuff in your MyOB and your Excel and all sorts of things like that, if you want to do that, look, that's fine, but it's not a really good use of your time. If you outsource that to someone else such as us, and we can do it and do it well, just think of all that time you've then got. All that time of which you can push away an activity that's sucking energy away from you, and you can replace that time with things that could be your own exercising. It could be relaxing. It could be spending time with your family. Or it could just be spending more time with your team and enable you to become a better leader. It could enable you to focus on those things that are going to grow your pharmacy. So you think, what is the best use of my time? Is the best use of my time entering that invoice and paying it? And reconciling your bank account? And reconciling your petty cash? Is that really a good use of your time? Or is the best use of your time to delegate that to someone and you focus on mentoring your team? You focus on working on your team and being a stronger leader. And you focus on how to introduce better professional services or introduce a better marketing strategy that's going to enable you to connect stronger with your community. That is a better use of your time. That is the stuff that's going to give you a lot more energy and vitality. Reconciling your petty cash, trust me, it's not going to. Okay? Be careful where you're putting your time and energy. There's a better way to do it. Talk soon. Thank you.